Trigger warning for this episode contains discussions about toxic parenting, emotional neglect, childhood trauma, mental health struggles, and dysfunctional family dynamics. Listener discretion is advised. Some topics may be distressing or triggering. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Did We Overshare, or welcome to the first ever episode of Did We Overshare. My name is Ayra.
My name is Faye.
And today we have a very special guest with us. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Jade, and I was a guest for this.
Okay, this is Faye's best friend as well, so we're very excited to have you here today with us. If you guys know, basically Safa is not here with us today because she fell ill, and Suri was meant to be with us in this episode as well, but she fell ill as well. But we will do 2 parts for this episode, so we'll have part 1 and we will also do a part 2. But let's just get straight into it. Jay, do you want to ask the first question?
I lost the first question. The first question is, what's one thing your parents did that you still can't believe that was normal in your house?
I think one thing my parents said that was not normal, and honestly, like, it's like an ethical thing as well, I think, because they were raised like this. They kind of like just not neglect, but like very narcissistic, and it's like here and there they're happy and then they just switch to like annoyed, or when they want something for you to do, like they're strict with you, and then when they want you to do something, they're very like happy and like, oh sweetheart or something, love, like, can you do this for me? And then it's like, I don't like that because it's just like so narcissistic. But yeah, that's one thing that happened in my household.
You want to answer? Should I answer? Okay. For my response to that question is, one thing that I can't believe that was normal in my house, and this happens whenever I go to anyone else's house that I can't, like when I go there, they're shocked that this happens to me. But a really dumb rule in my house is that we can't touch like the kitchen utensils or like the cooker or anything without washing our hands before. But the thing is, even if we wash our hands before, we're still not allowed to touch the cooker. And when I explained to other people, they were like, that's not normal, this doesn't happen in my house. And the weirdest thing that happened to me once was when I went to someone's house for a birthday party, like an ex-friend, and I went to her house and I literally remember asking her, is it okay if I just quickly get and they all just like, there was other people there and they all just stopped and they all just looked and they were like, why would you ask that? And it's like, oh, because in my house I have to ask before I do things. And like, that's just another reason why I don't want to invite people to my house, mainly because of that reason. Because I can't let my own friends experience what I experience when it comes to, like, let's say if they're hungry, how they're allowed to go into the kitchen and just grab something. Like, if they want water, they have to ask. Like, this is not normal. But that's something that I can't believe that's considered normal to my parents, but obviously not normal to me.
That's not normal. Like,
yeah, I know.
I feel bad. My cousins had the same issue where their mom didn't let them like use scissors or glue sticks. Like, they weren't allowed to like get anything without permission. So it's like, but they're little. Imagine that, toddlers. So it's like crazy.
No, I understand toddlers, but like at the age of like, I need to learn how to cook before uni and stuff. It's like, I'm not going to be able to eat meal deals for the rest of my life, but that's what they think I'm going to be doing.
I think it's that like aggressive tone, like that angry tone. They think it's just like, oh, they excuse it as like, oh, I speak like this every day, what's the difference? And it's like, when I go to like, even if it's not like other people's houses, when I'm on like social media or anything like that, like you can hear like other parents, they have this like really nice tone. They speak to their kids like they're their kids and not like I'm a stranger in their house and they hate me or whatever. So I think that's one thing. Yeah, I get that. Alright, should we go to the next question? You can choose the next one, Faye. What's the parenting ick that made you think, yeah, maybe kids won't do you? Okay, so basically, I still want kids, obviously, but the reason why I want kids is actually so weird, because the reason why I want kids is because I want my kids to be treated differently than the way I was treated. Does that make sense? Like, I want to be treated the way that I didn't get treated. That's why I want kids. Like, I want my kids to be like happy and feel like positive and feel like safe. They can come up to me and say whatever they want and like be like their best friend, because that's how moms are meant to be your best friend, you know. And like, you can come up to them, you can be like, oh, like, without being scared that they're gonna lecture you, you know. Like, I want to be like, obviously here and there, okay, like if you're doing like vaping, alcohol, whatever, then okay, first. But if it's like to a point where like nothing, like this drama or the teacher did something to you in school, they always believe the teacher over you.
Yeah.
That annoys the living crap out of me, because like, why are you not believing me over the teacher? Because I'm your kid, I'm your flesh and blood, you get me? And it's just so weird. But yeah, that's the it. Like, I'm scared that I'm gonna be out to my kids, because it's such like an ethical thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like throughout the family, like every parent is like that. So it's like, you're so normalized thinking it's normal. But obviously we're older and we realize hey,
not
it's not normal.
It's not.
So that was one thing when I was younger. I was like, I don't want to have kids, I don't want to be like that. But like now I'm like, I do still want kids.
For me, parenting ick never really gives me like an ick from having children. It's more that if I get an ick from my parents, I still want to have children. Like, but the reason I want to have children is so I can prove that I can be better than whatever they were doing. Something that I did get an ick from my parents is, like she mentioned, when I explained something's happening at school, normally related to teachers, and instead of siding with me, they side with the teachers.
It's so annoying. It's the worst thing.
Yeah. And it's like, there was this one teacher, okay, let's just call him W. Time he'll call my dad, he'll be like, oh yeah, guess what, today she did this in history, and then today she did that in politics. Well, I don't get in trouble in politics, but like, just saying as an example. And every time he calls, my dad will be like fuming. He'll be like, he called me at work. Why is he calling me at work? Why are you always messing about? And it's not even just stuff like that. Another thing that gives me the ick is that when you're talking about your struggles, and at this age it's normal to be going through things, we're not robots, we're not AI, right? We have feelings. Whenever we're like talking about how we feel, they always use that thing, well, it's just growing up, you need to learn to grow up, welcome to the real world. That's not how you comfort your children.
So annoying, because I remember that I had like, if you watched the last episode, I told you guys that I had mental health issues. Like in year 11, I started in year 11. And everyone used to, not even just my own parents, all the parents in my family used to always, it's just, so what the hell are you stressed about? That is nothing to be stressed about. Like, you're just a kid.
It is not comforting at all.
And it's so annoying because it made me worse off. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, why can't you understand that everybody goes through it? And people start, like, I learned that from my sessions, that when I was like 4 years old, it can start from 4 years old. It can start from when you're a baby. Like, it can be that bad that it can start from when you're like a toddler. And it annoys me so much that nobody believes that. And it's just like, hello, this is why I'm so keen about mental health. Like, I just want to make a better world, better impact on this world, because mental health is such a key thing, you know?
Related to the mental health thing, another ick is, I don't know if like, I know like sometimes, I feel like you have done it as well, but your parents weren't involved. Another thing I hate that I get an ick from parents is that when you go to the school, instead of them, like you tell the school, let's say you do counselling with someone at her school, right? I'm not going to say the teacher's name. When I went to her to tell her about my problems, I got the biggest ick when my parents were like, told that, oh yeah, so she came to the school and, you know, she told us what you guys have been doing. And instead of my parents improving themselves, they kind of just said, no, we haven't done anything. We would never do something like that. They deny it in front of strangers, but at home, behind closed doors, they can act like they never did it. That's a massive ick for me. Like, if my child came to me and said, and was like, no, if I got a call from the school, from my child's school, and the school was saying, oh, so, you know, your child, apparently she's feeling like this at home, I would be stressed. I'd be like, what could have possibly happened? I wouldn't be yelling at them saying, why would you go to the school? Why would you tell the school this? I think that's just a massive ick I got from my parents. I'm not going to say what yet, but in secondary.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, you want to go first?
I think it's like, again, the yelling. And it's like, how do I put this into words? Like, obviously they're yelling, like, at home, right? And then when I, like, talk back, right, they assume it's yelling, and then they go on to say, like, oh, so when you have kids, are you going to yell at them? And that scares me, and I'm like, what if that actually happens? Like, but it's like, with my sister, okay, yeah, I do, like, yell at her sometimes. But, like, with other kids, let's say, like, when I had a work experience, let's say, volunteering, I wasn't yelling at the kids. I was like,
happy with them. So yeah, that's an ick for me. Like, I don't want to be angry with my kids. They don't deserve that.
You don't want to pass it on, basically.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a big topic. I think none of us want to pass that on because I think we've all just like had experience of like being shouted at constantly, like every single day. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Because now, when I was younger, I never spoke back to my parents, and it was bad because like you just let it happen, you know, and you don't understand what's going on. But then when you get older, you're like, okay, you gotta like put these people in their place.
Sometimes I actually do talk back. I'm like, that's not fair what you're doing to me. But it gets nowhere. Like, when you say something to them, like, you're not listening to me, they just ignore you and carry on talking. Like, they don't listen to what you're saying. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say that's just literally rage bait. Like, rage bait, that's what my parents do.
Yeah. Alright, shall I choose a question?
Go on.
If your parents had to take a parenting exam, would they pass or fail? Fail.
Yeah, fail.
I already knew the answer to that one the second I saw it.
Especially the guy in the house.
Oh, yeah.
The guy in the house.
Well, honestly, parents would 100% fail. Like, I feel like they don't understand anything. Like, to me. Like, they're just like, they're just gonna fail every topic. Like, every topic they think.
They think they're gonna pass just based on what, like, street smart, like, whatever they know is like, if I think it's right, like, say, it's like a test. Like, if you take a box and you're like, yeah, it's this one. It's like them. It's like, well, whatever I think is right is the right answer. Like, that's how they're gonna fail because clearly they haven't revised on how to be a parent.
No, they didn't even know. Like, why are you a parent if you don't even know how to look after children, bro? Like, but anyway, but thingy, no, my parents would 100% fail. I feel like, you know, because my parents, they weren't raised like, my mom wasn't raised, yeah, my dad was, but he's still like, how to word it? He's still not very like good at parenting. But he's just like, I think he's more stressful than my mom is. Like whenever it comes to exams or grades, that's like my worst fear. Like going to my such a results day. I hate results day so much. It's one of my worst things in the world. Like I go like GCSEs and like A levels. I hate it so much because it was like. I know, like, whenever, like, wake up in the morning, you know, like, I have things that can go two ways, and it's just, like, you wake up and you enter, and you're, like, damn, like, this is the most stressful crap of my life. Like, I'm stressed all the time, 24/7 anyway, so when it comes to this stuff, like, I don't know, but yeah, then also with my coursework and everything, like, whenever I was doing coursework, I always get stressed, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, because my mind is, like, always thinking, I'm, like, because, you know, when I was GCSE time, I think a lot of kids have gone through this. I'm going to say it anyway because I think a lot of kids have gone, like, obviously it's a very personal thing, but I will say it because I think a lot of people have gone through it. I felt like I was a disappointment because when I got my grades and I opened it, I was like, crap, you know, I feel like I'm a freaking disappointment because my whole, like, 5 years in secondary, it was like, everyone's like, you have to get grade 9, you have to get grade 9, you have to get a grade 9. That's all they wanted, a grade 9. And in year 10, I was doing great, alhamdulillah, Allah barak, whatever, yeah. And then things went, I'm not going to say what happened, but things went dodgy in year 11, and I ended up in hospital for a bit. And then, because of that, whatever happened. And then basically, yeah, my grades just started going downhill, because from that year onwards, my mental health was so crap. And it was like, my grades were so bad when I opened my grades in GCSE time. What GCSE time? GCSE results day. I was stressed. Like, I looked at it and I was like, frick. I was going to say that. Okay. Frick.
It's fine.
I was gonna, like, I'm literally, like, I was so upset. My friends and everything could tell the moment they looked at me, I was upset. And then they literally ran to comfort me, and I'm very grateful for that, so thank you if you're listening. But it was like one of the worst days of my life, and after for like 2 weeks straight, I wasn't me. Like, I already said this 2 weeks ago. I wasn't me at all. Like, I was already, like, in that situation where I was bedrotting. Like, bedrotting is such a normal thing. Like, obviously people bedrot all the time, but I was bedrotting because when I came home, I was literally like, so my parents just like crying because like I knew they were going to be mad at me, and but they were surprisingly, like, I thought they were going to, because they built that fear up in me.
Yeah.
They built it up.
And then it all came down at the end.
Yeah, it all came down. And then they acted like it was fine because they saw me break down. But, like, it was, like, why are you building that fear up in a child?
No, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Why are they only comforting you once they've seen tears? Like, instead of supporting you all the way through, why do they only support you after they realize, oh, we took it too far? You should always realize you're always taking it too far.
Yeah.
You shouldn't realize towards the end once it's all done.
No, because like I 100% agree. Like it's so annoying because that's what I never want to do to my kids. Like if my kids, I never would ever put that pressure on them. I'd be like, and also they never helped me, so it was like I'm not gonna lie, they did take me like pay for tuition and everything, and in tuition I did focus, but I'm a kid that gets distracted very very easily. Like I have issues. I get distracted so easy. The tiniest thing, I will get distracted. And that place was like a second home to me. So whenever I used to go, I used to get so excited. I loved everyone there. Everyone was like a family, big family there. When I went in, every day I used to always get so excited. I used to always look forward to this. But then I just used to get distracted, and it just led to me not doing work. Like I used to do a bit of it and I didn't do it. But I did do it. I just didn't do it properly. And when I used to do it, I didn't go home and revise. Even if I know the topic, I didn't go home and revise, which is my bad. So when I started revising, I revised proper, but then then I had issues, and then I stopped revising, and I started revising like the day before the exam. Don't do that, guys. Don't revise the day before the exam.
Please never do that.
Don't do that. It's really bad.
Not for GCSEs at least.
Yeah. But what do you call it? It was like, I think I already went off topic, so let's go.
Straight answer to that one is that they'd fail, and I don't mean it in the way that, like, in, like, the exam kind of way, and, like, you were saying, the exam stress. For me, it's just that I just feel like, especially my dad, more than my mom, I feel like my dad never wanted kids. I'm not going to get too deep with that one, because there's a lot of backstory to that one that I don't really want to say right now, but, he's even just said at some point that he didn't want me, and I'm just going to put that there. I just remember my mom telling me at some point that my own dad said he didn't want me. And I knew from then that there was always like a weird hatred I felt from my own dad. And then I started to feel that from my own mom, because especially, I'm not going to speak on behalf of other cultures, but from Bengali cultures and just normal brown parents and Asian cultures, the mom always seems to take sides with the dad. Like the dad will lead and the mom will follow. And I wish my mom just had some independence. At least when I grow up, I know I'm gonna have independence, but I just wish my mom would parent the way she wants to parent, instead of following what my dad says and what my dad like wants to do. That's why I feel like they'd fail. And another reason I feel like they'd fail is that this is just an advice to, like, not really the young people right now, but like anyone who watches this. Don't have kids if you don't want that many. I'm just going to put that out there. If you feel like one kid is enough, make sure you can financially provide for that kid first. Emotionally provide, then everyone expects to have a job. No one's expecting me to have a job right now. Like, just saying. It's not even just about jobs. It's more about, like, looks. It's more about looks than it is lifestyle. I know I said lifestyle, but that's just, like, small things. It's just randomly. We'll be sitting down at the dining table. I'll be sitting down on the sofa, and they'll be like, oh, so you know that cousin, yeah, you should be more like her, because she has this, she does that, she's like this, her hair's long, and it's like,
why are they emphasizing all those words? And it's like, bro, like, why are you even like comparing a child, like how they look? I remember, it's not even just parents, bro. It's uncle and aunties as well. Now this episode is about parents, but like uncle and aunties are parents as well, and they just like, they say it in a nice, they pretend it's a nice way. They say you look healthier.
It's a backhanded, like, compliment, basically.
Yeah, it's such a backhanded compliment. And I don't know why. Not in every, like, my ethnicity, but every person that I have met that's Turkish, the first thing they look at is your appearance. You get me? Like, my whole life, like, I remember when I was younger, I didn't eat like that because I didn't want to eat, and I hate eating. But like, people used to also call me like, nice, you know that word. I'm not saying it. I don't like saying that word because I don't think it's right to say that word. But yeah, they used to always say that, and I was just a kid, so I was like, okay. And then I used to think that I was like thinking, like you said, kids think they're like, you know. And obviously we're not. You're a kid, man. Like, you're meant to eat, and then they complain about you don't eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell do you want?
And they force you to eat. Mind you, never force your kids to eat.
Don't force your kids
And
to eat.
then don't body shame and then question why they're not eating.
Yeah. And also, like, okay, there's some parts like they have like, what's it called? Anorexia. Yeah. If animals just like slowly they have to eat in a tiny bit, like as much as they can, but don't force them to like gobble it. And it's like, if we are eating, why are you saying we're eating so much? Like, what the hell? What do you want us to do? And it's like, every time, like, I'm feel so like my cousins and everything, they were like, my mom was like, when I was younger, they used to say, mom, they used to eat everything, basically. Alhamdulillah, they're so pretty, much everyone's so pretty. But they used to eat everything, and then everyone used to say, oh my god, look, they eat everything, why don't you eat everything? Like, I'm such a fussy eater, like, that's one thing to know. I'm so fussy, but I still eat. But like, I'm very fussy with what I want to eat. And it's just like, it's like everyone used to say that, and then they got nose order, I think.
Oh god.
I'm not sure. And then they stopped eating, but like they just like they get ill easily and everything now because they're more like, and also social like standards, like it's just also beauty standards and like ethical beauty standards. People just want you to be skinny, but then they complain about you being like too skinny. So then like, what do you want? I'm so confused.
It's like, if you're not eating, you're too skinny, you need to eat. But if you're too like big in their eyes, like, okay, stop eating now, you're eating like too much.
Yeah, I didn't want to like you guys' point. In my culture, you have to be like, or in any culture, I guess. But yeah, you have to be like fair skin. Yeah, no, everyone ethically, like, if you're ethical, they hate it when you're like, obviously there's nothing wrong with it, but like, I think like, why do you tan yourself if you're like, if you don't like dark people? Like, why are you tanning? I don't get that. Like,
I'm just gonna make a point about, you know, those white girls that try and tan to be like browner. I'm just saying, like, literally the other day, or like I think like 2 days ago, I was scrolling on Pinterest and tell me why this white girl, she tanned herself to the point she wasn't even white. She looked black. And the comments were like, what the hell is this? This is not how you tan. You're tanning way too much. And it's just like, why are we like this? Why are all the white people wanting to be darker? Why are all the dark people wanting to be white?
yeah, it's like you want everything you don't have.
Yeah.
Like, people with like straight hair want curly hair. People with curly hair want straight hair.
Yeah.
People with wavy hair, they're in the middle. But
Sometimes they want both.
Yeah,
they want both.
Yeah. Because like, it's like, if you have brown eyes, you want green eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, whatever. If you have those color eyes, you want brown eyes. It's like, every time, everyone, you're just judging yourself so hard because of social beauty standards. But this is not what this episode's about, but I still. But like, yeah, and it's also because of our parents, like, you know, judging us. So like, they raise us to a sense where like, you're not pretty like that, you get me? Like, they just make you feel very insecure and very, like, you know, like, personally, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right for you to make kids insecure of themselves at such a young age, that when they're older, they feel like they're so, like, thinky, because, you know, whenever, like, I wear clothes or whatever, my parents are like, oh, look, this cousin's doing her in her hijab like this, or this cousin's doing this, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? And it's like, you complain about how I'm not dressing up modestly and everything, but you still, like, want me to, like, wear it like that. But obviously, I don't feel comfortable wearing it like that, so I don't wear it like that.
Yeah.
But I get so annoyed about the stuff like that. And it's like, can you just stop? Oh my god, it's so irritating. And now I just feel like I don't talk that much the times that I can't be asked, because I can't be asked to argue all the time. I'm not a person that just likes confrontation, and the only people that I will confront, that I do confrontation with, it's my parents. Because I'm very, like, they just rage bait me, like you said.
Yeah.
They just rage you, and they just piss you off, and it's just so annoying. And it's like, with, like, I don't argue with anyone else like that. But yeah, question. Did your parents ever guilt trip you over the smallest thing? Basically, one time my parents, I do a lot of documents for my parents, because my parents, they can't do it. My dad, he didn't do primary here, and when he came to secondary, I don't think they spoke in that, he didn't speak, like, the language that, like, in English. So then, and everybody else spoke his language, like, he didn't know English, he doesn't know how to do stuff like that. So when I was born, like, when I became 9, 10-ish, I started doing documents for them. And, like, every time, and I do coursework, I have, like, a bunch of work to do, and I also have, like, other, like, plans in my head that I'm doing. And obviously, like, my parents and I'm like, I can't do it now, I have things to do. They're asking me, oh, can you please do it? Like, why are you always selfish? Why are you not doing this? Why you do that? And it's like, hello, I'm not selfish. You complain about me not getting good grades. I'm trying to get good grades. I'm not even doing like, my parents always said, do this for yourself, get the grades for yourself, no matter what, it's for yourself. But then they just make you feel like you're doing it for them. Doesn't make sense, you know? Like, when I was younger, I never wanted to become a doctor because my parents used to always make me like think like it was for them. Like they were like, oh, become a doctor, become a doctor, become a doctor. Why did they want to go into doctor so badly anyway? But now I do want to go into like, that industry. Yeah, that would be industry. I want to go into that, but obviously not as a doctor. But like, it's just like I feel like they just make you like feel very guilty about. I really went off topic.
No, it's fine. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. So they make you guilty, and they just make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. And I was like, I felt bad, and I just did the good documents for them. So yeah. I think also like with GCSEs, like obviously they never helped me out with anything or anything like that. But it's like they not something they told me like at that moment, but like things they told me in the past. Like my mom, like she had reasons to why she like didn't pass her GCSEs, and like so when I didn't do it, it was like, but I had like every right to actually revise. But even then, I still had my own like problems to deal with as well. So it's like I don't know. It feels like, oh, my mom didn't pass her GCSEs, like I should have passed mine.
Oh, it's like an expectation or something like that.
One thing I don't get, like, even with one of my cousin brothers, he was like, he didn't even pass his math GCSE the first time. Some people don't pass their math GCSEs like that. But like, okay, whatever, you try again. And he tried it, he did it like 3 times, but when I didn't pass, he had like a whole freaking heart attack. And bear in mind, this guy's 30 something. Okay, and he's crying over me not passing, like, bro. And I think they all just like, when I did that, I think they all clocked that I got affected really badly after I got my grades. And then that's when they pretended to be care in some sense. But they didn't really give a F. I'm not gonna lie, they didn't really give a freak, man. They didn't, and deep down, they just like, I'm not close to my dad's side at all. So it's like, when they came over, they come to my house like every weekend, bro. So when they came over, they pretended to like care for me. And then she's like, when my aunt, she gave me a heart, she said, it's okay, you tried your best, at least you didn't fail, and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, you guys put this pressure and this expectation on me, and you still carried on. But yeah, nothing. They didn't even get good grades themselves, and they want us to get it. I get what you mean. They wanted us to get it because they didn't get it, basically.
Something that they guilt trip me for is basically, I feel like my mum does this a lot, and I just feel like mums are like really, really dramatic, like, and emotional more than dads. I don't know, that's just like a me thing, that's just a family thing, in like that goes for me. But whenever like I don't do one small thing for my mum, like if it means like if I'm too busy, and she'll be like, oh, like by mind you, I always say yes. Like whenever I can say yes, I say yes. But you know how there's these days where you just don't want to do things, like you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to even brush your teeth, you just don't want to even like live. I was having just one of those days, and this was like after an incident that happened in school. So obviously I'm gonna be like miserable as hell, like after the day it happens. And I remember just like waking up that day and not wanting to do anything. Like I didn't want to talk to anyone or anything. And my mom was like, oh my god, you're still in bed, you're so lazy, and I'm ill, and you don't even want to take care of me, you don't want to go outside and get what I'm asking you to get. And it's just like, I have 2 other siblings who are very much capable of doing that for you, whilst I just have some time to myself, and I really didn't want to go outside. Like I genuinely didn't. And I was gonna say, like, even after I said, why can't you just ask my sister? She says, no, why should I ask her? I'm gonna ask you because I asked you, so you get up and go and do it. And then when I say I don't want to do it, she's like, oh, okay, so you don't care about me. Like countless times I've cooked for you, I've gave you money, I've bought you clothes, and it's like, in my head I'm like, you're meant to do that anyways.
Exactly.
What did you think you were going to get a pat on the back for that? An Oscar award? And just like, I'm so confused. What did you think this is? You're going to win like the Squid Game cash prize or something. And just like, I'm confused. And after that happened, there's been like more times where she's done something like that. It's like, oh, like, you don't care about me. Like, look at other girls for their mom. They go outside, they do this, they shop. And it's like, what the hell? And there was sometime one thing she said that just really caught me off guard. It was like, what the fuck? It's like, one time she was like, you don't act like a girl, you act like a boy. And it just like, obviously it didn't emotionally affect me. I was like, okay, if that's what you think, that's what you think. But I'm not a boy, and I don't act like a boy. And she'll always keep calling me, you're a tomboy, you're a tomboy. Mind you, this is the same person who doesn't let me cook in the kitchen. So how am I a tomboy when you're not even letting me do basic things that girls in this culture are expected to do? Like, she'll complain about me not cooking, but she's the one not letting me cook. And it's just like, your guilt tripping is on a different level, and sometimes I do feel bad. Like, I genuinely, like, there are times where I felt like I'm such a crap daughter. Like, why can't I be more like perfect in their eyes? Why can't I be like my cousins or something, even though my cousins aren't there at all? But it's just like these small things that she says and does, it really gets on my nerves. But yeah, that's like one thing that they do.
Oh my god. No, I 100% agree with that. Like, the parents, like, the part where they're like, oh, guilt tripping to like doing like stuff like that, like going out and doing things with them. Mothers are very like smart with it. I feel like because they know that we're gonna feel guilty. I mean, they know like deep down. And I felt like that as well. I felt like I wasn't the perfect daughter. I felt like I was a rubbish daughter before as well. And you're not. You're a good daughter, like Masha and Barak. And all of us.
We all are, yeah.
All of us are Masha and Barak. I feel like parents, like, at least we don't go out and do things that we shouldn't do. Like,
Instead of complaining about anything, learn to be thankful for everything. Hashtag speaking from the heart.
you know, we're not doing things that are against our religion or against our faith. Like, I don't get why she's calling you tomboy, because I think you're very girly as well. Like, it's just, I think it's just, they shouldn't judge you for like certain actions, and they just do. And I remember my mom one time, you know that story I just said, you just said, I remember the other day, we were going to my cousin's house, and they live quite far. They live like 3 hours away from here, 2 hours away from here. And we were going, it was the day before we left, and my mom was like, she told me last minute, and I hate people telling me last minute things. Like, I don't
Natalia!
and if you have like last minute cancelling is fine if you have like a reason why you cancelled, but like last minute planning, get out, please. I hate that so much. So she basically, it was like 6 p.m. ish, and like the market that my mom wanted to go to closes at 6 p.m. and it was, what day was it? It was Friday. This happened. Yeah, it was on Friday. Basically she was like, can you go out and get some trousers for your kind of sister? And there was something else I needed to get, or return my brother's library books. And then I was like, bro, it was like 5:50, by the way. Bear in mind, I don't live that far from the market that they showed me to go to, but it does take me time to get ready. And like, you know, by the time I would have left, the market would have been, I'm like, no, I'm not going. Why didn't you tell me before? Because I would have gone before if you told me like at 5 p.m. or something. But I was doing my work during this time as well, and it was like, I wasn't ready. I was in pajamas. I was about to have a shower as well. I was planning to have a shower. And then I was like, I'm not going. And she didn't really guilt trip me into this. And she kept saying, oh, why don't you do, so many girls go out and do things with their mothers and, you know, stuff like that. You're so lazy. You're so this, you're so that. And then, basically, she was like saying that. And then I was like, no, it's not my fault. Because first of all, you should have told me 1 hour ahead that, like, okay, like, can you please go out? And saying, she didn't say please. Like, excuse me, where's your manners? Well, I am a person that was raised with manners. I've always used my manners no matter what, but like to this end, like it was just really rude and like she didn't think before she spoke. Like, bro, I have 10 minutes to get ready and leave to go to the market. I'm not going to do that. It takes me like 40 minutes to even like go like get there. So it was just like, no, I'm not gonna go. And I told her, I was like, whatever, man, if she's pissed at me, she's pissed at me. Because I don't give a crap. I'm not, what do you expect from me? I'm not a robot. I mean, I could be.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I wish I was.
Wait, guys, I'll be a robot. Actually,
Do a robot impression.
I can do it. I did it with Damlot before, and Damlot good. I remember Safa was doing henna, and then wait.
I don't think I was there.
Oh, she had lesson. You had lesson.
Wait, when was this?
Eid.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I think you had
You did
lesson.
it so many times.
I've done it so many. I'll do it another time. When I go to school, when I go to uni, I'll do it. Anyway, but what do you call it? Yeah, so that's my thing. I don't know what else I was saying, so I'm gonna forget. I already forgot. So.
Yeah, I forgot what you were saying as well.
Yeah, okay.
Like, agreeing with Jade's point, I think when your like parents are like ill, they use that against you. Like my mom, like she has to use like this. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what, but like she says like, "Oh, I'm in pain. I can't do this," and I say, "Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, I'll do it." But the one time I don't do it, she gets mad and then she gives me like the silent treatment, and then that makes me feel like guilty. And then I feel bad for saying no.
The worst thing. Alright, do we have any ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Alright, guys, we have. I don't know what this stands for, but.
Oh, am I the asshole?
Okay.
Although.
Okay. Alright, so am I the asshole? So we have another am I the asshole story. Wait one second. Alright, let's get into the am I an asshole story? Yay, so excited. Okay. Am I an asshole for telling my parents that they neglected me because of my brother's illness? No, you're not. So, I'm a 16-year-old girl and I have an older brother who is 20 and he moved out about 2 months ago. My brother has misophonia. I don't know everything about the illness and I don't want to say anything wrong, but it's basically being triggered by certain sounds. He was diagnosed at 7 when I was 4 and he has a very strong version of the illness, I think. Me and my brother used to get along okay, but it got worse after that. Funnily enough, all of his triggers were connected to me. My laughing, my walking, my eating, everything seemed to trigger him. I remember my father yelling at me when I was like 6.
What the hell?
Because I laughed while my brother was also in the car. I wasn't allowed to eat dinner with them. My parents would eat with him and when he was finished he could leave and then I could get my food. I didn't even really understand what was going on because I was a little kid. Okay, firstly, I don't like if you're laughing, you're walking, you're eating is triggering him. Shouldn't the parents think they also be triggering him?
Yeah.
Cause like
Why
I
is
mean-
it just hers?
yeah.
What the hell?
That's a bit silly, but I don't know him like that, but like, obviously, that's so weird, because I feel like misophonia is like everything like everyone does.
Yeah.
It's not like one person specifically.
Even environment sounds. Some people get triggered by environment. So why is it just one person that's triggering?
Yeah, I'm very confused about that. I was often alone because I couldn't go anywhere with them and would trigger him. And when we did something together, it didn't feel the same because even alone, I was always scared to do something wrong and get yelled at. Even in school, I would barely talk or laugh. This is actually so sad. I was never very close with my family and spent most of my time alone in my room or with friends outside. Since my brother moved out, my parents are trying to get me to connect with them more. This morning, my mom asked me if I wanted to go see a movie with her, and I was already in a bad mood because I was stressed due to exams. So I snapped and told her I didn't want to, and to stop trying to fix things with me because it was ruined, and that she couldn't fix the neglect they put me through simply by watching a movie with me. She then yelled back at me and told me to stop being jealous of my brother and that they were doing the best they could and that they didn't want to neglect me and just try to take care of my brother. I just left after that and both my parents have been ignoring me all day and now I feel kind of bad. I still really love them. Am I the asshole? I'll do the edit update after. But what do you guys think about that story?
Should I go first?
Yeah, go on.
Right, I'm just gonna say one thing is that I've seen this like kind of thing with so many like siblings. It's like where one kid gets cared for the most and the other one gets like ignored and like abandoned or whatever. I'm just saying like this is all to blame for the parents. I don't, like you said, I don't know that guy really well and I can't tell if he's also blaming her because she did say he's 23 what, 23?
20, I think.
20, like basically like mature enough. So I can't tell if this is like him also joining in with the parents, because if it is, that is so wrong, and that is the worst way to make a child feel. Like, she's 16 then, but when she was talking about the experiences, she was like 6, and I'm like, how are you treating a 6-year-old like that? That's your own kid, regardless. And she's the youngest as well. It's like, she doesn't even know what's happening half the time.
Oh my god. Do you want to say?
I think if I was like the parent in this scenario, I'd literally treat both of them equally. Like, I'd have one day with like the son, and then one day with the other like child, the daughter. And it's like, it's that easy. You don't have to treat someone differently because of an illness. Like, I get it can like take a bit more time to take care of them, but that doesn't have to mean like the whole day you're taking care of them and neglecting the other child. But do you have anything?
I personally think the same. I agree with you. Sorry guys, I'm getting like paranoid. Anyway, basically, I'm thinking the same thing. Cause like, if like how Jade said, if the brother knows about, like, if he's the one that's like with the parents, begging the parents to do this is completely wrong. Cause like, I don't think she's the asshole. Like, she's not the asshole for it. I mean, I get the brother has issues and stuff, but like we said before, if he has misophonia, I feel like everyone speaking, talking, laughing should affect you. Unless, because it can't just be her, man. Like, I'm just confused about that.
I'm also confused because she said he gets like, he doesn't like sounds, like, what was it, like laughing, talking. I'm like, do the parents not talk to him, and then does he not go like panicked and stressed?
Yeah.
So why is it just her?
Yeah.
Another thing I want to say, I think there's a phrase or like something that you call those types of children. Luckily, I was never that child, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but I think those types of children are called the glass child.
Yeah.
The child who, like, when their sibling has like some kind of like disability or something, and they're like either the youngest or the oldest, but their parents seem to care for the other child way more and spend more time. I think she's the glass child in this, and that is not her fault at all.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her, man. But the edit update is that, so I don't know how many people are still gonna see this, considering it's probably not showing on the main page anymore. But I want to provide at least a little update here. Guys, you know the background noise. I know there's like a lot of people. I don't know if you can hear it. Many people suggested I show this post and the comments to my parents, and I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do, considering the whole situation in general. But I did do it a few hours ago, and it didn't go too well. They went on a rant about how people on the internet don't know everything about me and our family, which is true, obviously, but still, I don't know what that adds to the situation, considering that they know everything I wrote in my post is true, and that I should stop believing what people tell me on the internet, because all they want is drama, the writings, and they don't care about me. Well, didn't go too well. My parents have been and are still yelling at each other. I'm in the living room right now, just sitting here. I wouldn't be surprised to take my phone away. But oh well, who cares at this point? I'm thinking about maybe going to my teacher and telling her, because I don't really know what to do right now. Go to your teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, she needs to tell someone about this.
Should you read some of the comments? Do you want to read one?
Yeah. I'll read one.
Comment. Guys, my ass is hurting right now.
Okay, I don't know what NTA stands for, but
Not the asshole.
oh, not the asshole.
Why did I say it like that?
Not the asshole. Not the asshole. And I suspect your brother was the jealous one, not you. Too convenient that all his triggers came from the sibling with whom he was competing for parental attention, and they didn't do their best. They gave in to him and neglected you because it was easiest. Honestly, I don't think there's much of a chance they'll actually recognize how badly they hurt you unless they get therapy and really listen and do the work. If they won't do that, just grave rock them and get out ASAP. And when they wonder why they aren't invited to your wedding and haven't met your grandkids, tell them it's their own fault for letting your brother put you out of the family without even standing up to you. Okay,
That person 8.
Yeah.
8, man. This one's a woman or man, whoever, but like,
Yeah.
very good. Like, that was such a good advice.
I like how they started off with the brother being jealous, because this is exactly what I thought it was. Him trying to compete for like the parents' intention over like them giving it to her. Should I read any more?
If you want to.
If you wanna, you can do another one.
Wait. Okay, these are all just replies. Replies. Oh no, mind the replies to that.
Yeah.
We will put it on our fingers.
Now we're clipping the mic on the skin, guys. That's all. We're just messing. We're just fiddling.
Wait, what were you saying?
I'm like, I was just like saying the all replies to all replies, and all I heard was clicking in the background.
Clicking. Guys, I can't speak right now. I don't know what's going on.
My voice is hurting kind of.
Okay. Another one I found is this is with someone who has misophonia. As someone with misophonia that developed in my early teens is significantly worse than some people. I always have to have headphones or music on around my mom because any little noise is hard to hear, but with my dad I'm fine. I just have music playing with anybody when anybody is eating. The parents definitely could have handled this better, but as a young adult, it's sometimes hard to manage reactions. I can't imagine being a child and having the same feelings, but not knowing how to regulate emotions and calming techniques. But someone did reply to that and said, then it is the parent's responsibility to work with the child to develop techniques for self-regulation or mitigate the impact of the symptoms, like you listening to music, instead of punishing one child unfairly just for existing in the same place. That's horrible.
That woman said straight up facts. But like genuinely, I feel like I 100% agree. Like it was the parent's responsibility to help the son like learn techniques to control like his misophonia. And also, like I feel like I'm not saying this is correct, but I feel like in some situations people use their chronic or like serious illnesses as an excuse for everything. And I feel like I don't know, like it's just not in a route. Like don't cancel me.
Like, don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
But this is my opinion, and I'm just saying.
It's a reason, not excuse.
Yeah, like you can't always use it as like an excuse to push people away. If you want to spend time with someone first, just tell them, bro. Like I don't know this guy like that. Like we said before, we don't know a guy like this, but yeah.
Don't exclude your own sister from the family. That is the most craziest thing I've ever heard.
That was so rude, and I just I feel bad for the girl because like being excluded from your own family, like some of us just push ourselves away purposely, but like she literally got pushed away, so it was very sad. All right, let's do a few more questions. Do you think some people have kids for the wrong reasons, and what are they? You can go.
Okay, wait. Do you want to go first?
I don't have any points right now.
Okay,
like my mind's blank.
Do you think some people have kids for the wrong reasons? What are they? The wrong reasons. I think this question means, like, what are the reasons that they shouldn't be having children for? I'll say one of them. I feel like they have them, and some people are not going to like this, but some people have kids just for the benefits, like, you know, the child benefits, universal credit. I feel like that's sometimes the reasons why my parents had me, but then again, my dad literally said he didn't want me, not even for benefits. So that there's that. But I know some people might agree or relate when I say that some parents just have kids for the benefits, and I feel like that's mainly among like working class parents. I'm just assuming, I'm not saying this is, but working class parents are more likely to have a lot of children because they know they're going to get benefits. But I'm just going to add that in the UK you can only get benefits for up to 2 children, not 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I might be wrong, but that applies outside of the UK as well. Another reason I feel like they have children for the wrong reasons is simply because like their own parents told them, so we want grandchildren, when are you going to start having kids? And then like they as in the parents, they get stressed and they're like, okay, now I'm like expected to have a child and all of this. I'm just going to say something. You can think for yourself, by the way. You're a grown man or woman or whatever you are. Like, you're grown. You can decide when you want to have kids. You can decide like
if you're ready or not.
No one is actually, I'm sorry, but unless someone is literally like holding you by the ear and saying, have a child right now, why are you having a child? Why? What is genuinely the reason? I'm sorry, but like that's like me going into like a shop and picking out something that I know I'm not gonna like or eat, so I just buy it and I throw it away. That's basically what you're doing. That's one thing. Another reason is They can't get rid of the child. That's another reason. I know it sounds harsh, but they probably wanted to get rid of the child, but they couldn't. So now they just end up having a child, but treating it like crap and like it's not their child. Yeah. So I feel like those are like some of the reasons that parents have children for, like wrong reasons.
Yeah, I agree with all of those. So my reason was that not like also we spoke about people like working class, but I'm gonna talk about celebrities and stuff as well, because I think some celebrities just do it for attention.
Yeah.
I think because like when people have kids, that just makes people like in more awe. I suppose like they're more like interested in like your life. I suppose when you have kids, But yeah, sorry guys, we had to stop for this one. But what do you call it? That was my, and I agree with your ideas. But then there's also like something. What was another? I was thinking, but I think about it, and if I remember, I'll tell you.
I think. Wait. Yeah, I think some people do have kids for the wrong reason, and one of the reasons could be like. I said this before. I think like gender as well. They keep having children until they get the gender they want, whether it's a girl or boy.
Yeah. When if I've had kids, I'll be happy if it's a healthy baby. Also.
Yeah. Like you can have like
preferences.
Yeah, preferences, but it's like don't keep having kids until you get it.
And if you're not ready, especially like if you're not like if you can't look after the first child, don't plan on having other children until you know how to look after a child. Because then that child is like the. And you know what I realized with first children, we're always the test children.
Yeah.
Like
trial and error.
Yeah, we're the trial and error. Like it's like when they come over, like we're born and they're just like testing out like how do we look after this child.
Yeah.
Like for me, I have like nephews, like cousins and nephews and nieces and stuff, and I look after them all the time. So that's kind of like me learning how to look after a child. But at the same time, it's not really the same because like when you actually have your own children, you've got other things to do that are important. But yeah,
how you mentioned the trial and error, like the eldest being trial and error, I want to add that normally like the eldest children becoming trial and error, it makes them feel like they have a responsibility to also be like the third parent. Well, at least like I know I feel like that. I feel like I have to be like a parent to my own siblings. Why should I have to be a parent to my own siblings? I'm a child as well.
Yeah.
I'm still a child. I'm their sibling. I'm not their second mom.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Got it. Yeah, I agree with the elder sibling being the third parent.
Yeah.
It's very like for me, like all my siblings were all like practically just like they don't know how to look after themselves. Obviously, first they're little kids, but it's like I do everything for them. Basically, at the same time when I have my own life to live. You get me? And I get like I'm a kid, bad mind, so I'm still a kid. Well, not really, but I think of myself as a kid.
Either way, we're still their siblings. We're not meant to be their parents.
We're not meant to.
Part-time.
And you know what's crazy? My siblings call me mom sometimes.
No way.
Yeah, like they come up to me and they're like, Mom.
You send me voice recordings of your
Siblings, whenever I'm like with them.
Wait, how old are they?
But not even on my own. Not just my younger siblings. Oh, not my younger sibling. My baby sister, she's 2. So she's turning 3. She's like, Mommy. And I'm like, no, I'm your sister. And it's just it's like very thingy. I think every baby does that.
Baby, once she could get used to saying that more and more,
yeah,
she start believing it soon.
She even calls me that, or she calls me baby, like baby. Because it's just like cute. That's cute.
Adding on to like the third parenting thing, I think it's like even if they're like they've reached double digits, you still feel like you're babysitting them half the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy as well when they reach a double digits, because then you're like, oh my god, they've grown up. Because it literally feels like it's your kid growing up, Because it's like my brother, he's like nearly 14, and it's just weird because I'm like, yo, like this guy's actually going to year 9, and it's just like crazy. And I was talking to my mom's side cousins, and I'm the eldest cousin. And they're like, my cousin brother, he's 16, he's going to college. And I'm like, oh my god, I cannot believe you're going to 6th form. That's mad. And then my other cousins, they're like, my brother and my cousin sister, they're both the same age. They're going to year 9. And I'm like, it's so weird because you're watching them grow up from when they were like itty bitty.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, it's sad, but like, it's also, you get me? Like, it wasn't ever our job to look after them
It wasn't ever,
Yeah, and I'm just so used to it. So
What's the biggest secret
You have that.
I can't speak.
Biggest secret?
The first one.
What's the biggest secret you kept from your parents? I think we answered this in another question. What did we know? Well, you can answer this because we answered it in the first episode.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the biggest secret I kept from my own parents?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I don't think this is really a secret. I feel like I have kept secrets, but more when I was younger. Now when I'm older, I don't really have anything to keep from them other than the fact that they kind of piss me off. And the fact that I'm doing this is a secret. Like me talking about them in a podcast is a secret itself. So like the younger stuff that I kept from them, like the younger ones is I don't know if this really counts as a secret, but like if you had like online friends and like for like the longest time, I don't mean something like, oh yeah, we're online friends for like 2 months and whatever, like yada yada yada. It's not like you know what people call mutuals or whatever. Like I'm talking about like real online friends. Like I have had a lot of online friends that have lasted me for like 2 years. I'm talking about those. I had to keep that a secret from my dad than my mom, but also my mom, like both, because they like back then, like this was lockdown era, so I didn't even get to see any of my school friends ever. I wasn't allowed to like even see my own teachers. How could I see my own friends? So it's like that era where you start making like friends online because that's the only like source of communication you have with people. And I remember having like up to like sometimes 15 online friends, sometimes even goes to 20. And I remember keeping it a massive secret from my parents. And there was this just like one time, like this was like a game like me and my sister were obsessed with. It's kind of cringy, it sounds cringy, but it's called Blockstar Planet. It was like a mix of like Roblox.
I used to play that. Yeah, I used to play
It was
that.
so good, but apparently it's shutting down.
Really?
Yeah, but it was like a mix of like Minecraft and Roblox. But I had a lot of online friends on there. And then back then, my brother, he was young, okay? He was like 5 or 4. Like now he's not like that. He's almost 12. He's not gonna like be like that. But he was a massive snitch. He was a snitch. He was in his snitch phase. And me and my sister, we kept telling my brother, don't tell them that we play this game because they won't let us play. And instead of listening to us, he goes and says, oh, okay, yeah, I'm telling them. So he went and told them, and I don't know why, but like lockdown messed me up a lot mentally. Like because you're not seeing anyone, you're not going outside a lot, it gets to your head. And obviously I was going through a lot. Like I was in my like phase where I'm like literally crying to myself if I can't play a game. Like obviously I'm going to become like that. And also like hormonal changes as well, like a lot of things happen. So he went and told them, and then my dad was like, I can't believe you guys have been secretly playing this game and chatting to strangers for like months and we didn't even know about it. And the day when he said we couldn't play anymore, I remember just going into my room and just crying because I couldn't speak to my online friends anymore. And that was like probably the biggest secret I kept from my parents. And mind you, I literally did everything in my like willpower to like try and communicate back with them and saying, oh my god, I can't play the game anymore, I can't play the game. And even after that game, I still had more online friends that they didn't know about. But then they slowly became okay with online friends. That's hence the reason why I'm allowed to play Roblox for some weird reason, even though it has voice chat. But yeah, that was a massive secret I kept. And them knowing that secret literally ruined me. So yeah, that's a secret I kept.
Yeah, okay, that's crazy, bro. But no, I get why you kept that secret because like sometimes parents are overthinking it. But
it's the overthinking that every online friend is an old man who's gonna come and meet up with you, but they're not. I've literally had face reveals from some of them that look like them, so it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, no, I get you because I get your point of view, but I also get the parents' point of view. Like, not your parents' point of view, but I get like, you know, like if I was a parent, if my kid was speaking online, like, because nowadays men are so creepy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, I understand like being interfering a few times, but like going overboard, like constantly. Like they also do this thing where they always check my phone.
My parents do that.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
My parents become speaking to guys all the time.
Yeah, they assume I'm talking to guys, and it's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And mind you, I literally had to say I hate men like loudly one time just for them to just like leave me alone. I was like, I wouldn't talk to guys. I hate men. It was like I was 13 back then, so I was literally just like saying anything. I was like,
No. Because you know her the other day, I was telling you because them two they're like the victims and it's like
what happened?
basically Faye and Safa, I was messaging them and then I put my phone away for a bit and then mom came into my room.
Oh yeah.
And then they were just spamming me on the group chat, just messaging, replying to me. Because I just sent voice notes and then I just like, they just listen to it and they reply. And then mom was like, why is this guy texting me? Why is guy texting me? And then I'm like, because it was like, I didn't had hearts next to it. They had hearts in their names.
She thought it was...
Yeah, because for all my friends I have hearts in their names. And then the only guy I have is my dad on my phone, Ben, mine. Okay. So then I was like, okay, and then I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But like, it's not a guy. I just off my phone. I had to show her mom it's not a guy. It's literally the girls, Faye and Safa. You met them, like they're literally our cousins, bro. And then I was she was like, why are you speaking to guys? Why are you speaking to guys? And then I was like, oh my god, like, bro,
My profile picture is face.
Her profile picture is both.
Because she didn't look at the profile picture. She just saw like freaking like the names. That's it. That's why she didn't look at the profile pictures.
But she saw like feminine names though.
No, because I just named it S and F.
Oh,
Yeah.
she thought it was...
Yeah, it was just S and F.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, there has been times when my parents thought you, not just only you, but like even like, I'm not gonna say her name, but you know the friend, the Turkish friend.
Oh, yeah.
They even thought she was a boy, and I had to like, especially with her, I had to keep saying, that's not a boy, that's my Turkish friend. Her name is just Turkish, and they kept saying, that's a boy, that's a boy. And until I showed her a picture of her, like that she like I have of her. That's when they were like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. And they even thought she was a boy at some point.
No.
And I was just like, oh no, that's a guy. And they were like, oh, okay. No.
You know, whenever I'm laughing at your guys' messages, they immediately think I'm laughing.
Yeah. Why are your parents speaking to guys 24/7, bro? Bro, because you know, like my mom was like, I was my mom, I'm literally 19, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the frick? My whole life, I've never spoken to a guy online. Why do you think I'm speaking to a guy now? She's like, you're at that age now. I hate speaking to men as well. Like,
I'm so, but that's just randomly is awkward.
Randomly is awkward.
Randomly is awkward.
like intuition. Okay, yeah. I had to speak to guys because like they were part of my group.
Yeah.
But like, my mom used to always think I was speaking to guys, and I was just like, even when how you said that when you're laughing at messages, because I laugh so much at our messages, even in the 5 Idiots group chat as well.
Stop.
And I'm just laughing, and like that's why I'm always in my mind. Them will just assume that I'm speaking to men, and I'm just like, I'm not speaking to men. These are my friends. And then it's just like when you know how her face is on her profile picture, right?
Yeah.
Mom didn't even look at that. She just looked at the F and the heart. And bear in mind, it's a pink heart. It's a pink heart.
Not even a red one.
Not even a red heart. And you know what, the other day my cousin was like, oh, you know what you should do? You should put a red heart underneath their names and then and make them act like a guy. You know, with Sapphire, I just like ask her to finger. And see
That could not end well.
no, we didn't do it because my mom would have killed me. But like,
could not end well.
no, because plus I think she would have catched her because like Sapphire and me speak so like when we speak like on our chat because this girl like, randomly asked me for help like and stuff like that. So then I'm just like thinking, oh, we just do anything. Like she just like runs. You know how we all like vent out to each other. So she's like a bunch of voice notes. So mom would probably press one of the wrong ones and like be a female girl voice, right?
Yeah.
So then she'd be like, what do you mean it's a guy, bro? Why are you pretending to be like it's the she girl's voice?
Yeah, that would not go well.
You know what's funny? Safa actually responded, and then she was like, she was whispering, she was trying to sound like a guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you mean? What do you mean by like a guy?
Wait, she was responding to your mom.
No, responding to me. She didn't. She must be my mom. Yeah, what the hell? That would edit so much.
What the hell?
I mean, you guys are cousins.
Yeah, but she has like my mom's number. But if she messaged my mom at the head, like, that'd be so confusing. For thingy, what do you call it? Yes, basically, if she sent it to my mom, then that'd be confusing. Cause like, her name is Safa, my mom's phone. So yeah, but that's the story. Okay, should we do another question? Let's see. Do you think you would have been a completely different person with different parents if you had like different parents? Would you be completely different?
Wait. I think like emotionally yes, but like how I am as like person. Wait, my personality no, because I taught myself to be like how I am now.
I think depending on the parents, like what kind of like ethnicity and everything. But like if the parents are good parents, I think I would be more confident, more like I'll be more confident in myself, in my personality.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me I'm like a golden retriever. A lot of people tell me a lot of people
I get that a lot as well.
go golden retrievers.
Let's go.
But yeah, a lot of people tell me that. But when I was younger, I was nothing like that, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I was younger, I think I was, but not in public. Like I was very much an ambivert when I was younger, and now I'm very much more extroverted.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people tell me that now. But like, I think if I had different parents, which is completely off topic. If I had different parents, I think I would be the same person.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I'll be a golden retriever from a young age. Like I'll have like all that energy that I have. And I think I'll be more like able to go to my parents and be like, hey, what's up? You know, like everything like that. And say everything I want to say without being scared they're going to lecture me. You know, like even if you're telling them a story about anything and then even if you didn't do anything wrong like that, they still somehow find to pick up the wrong part that you did.
Like faults, basically.
Yeah, they try to fault you. But guys, we're going to do one more question. And we're going to end it. You should do it.
What's one thing you wish they apologized for?
I think I wish they apologized. I don't know, there's so many things.
Everything, though. That's what I'm trying to say. It's everything.
I'm grateful for you giving me a home, food, and everything. But but no, I'm saying like, but I am grateful for having a home and everything, like, you know, and having like parents, you know, because people don't have parents.
But they have done stuff here and there that needs apologizing for.
Yeah, but like I think there's a lot of things that need to be apologized for, like ruining mental health, ruining like sometimes not making your child more insecure of themselves, comparing them. It can go on and on. It's just a long list. But I know not all parents are like this, and there are good parents in the world. But this is an episode about why some parents shouldn't be parents. It's not about the good parents in the world. It's about the bad parents in the world. And also, I forgot to add this. Some people just use their kids, and this is for another question. I forgot what the question was. Why do some parents have kids? To take out the anger.
Yeah. A punching bag, basically.
Yeah. To take out a punching bag, like all the stress, all the pent up like anger and everything is just like bang, 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 constantly, and you should never hit your child like that.
It was a way to like release trauma, because my dad literally openly admitted to saying that. Well, you know, because my dad, he was a bad person, and sometimes I act a bit like him without realizing. Yeah, but you shouldn't be acting like him. You should be trying to be different from him. Like you should be trying to give us a better like life, basically.
Yeah, because you know, like how your dad treated. And I know, like you know, like you know, like somebody said to us earlier on when we were filming. He said to us that some parents, these people to kids, they just pick up their parents' habit, but also to be very conscious of how you're like picking it up. Like you gotta be careful of like. Okay, you know. And also, thank you for subscribing.
Yes, shout out to you, bro.
Yes, thank you for subscribing. Bro. But anyway, thank you so much. That's the end of this episode.
Bye.
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 And we love you guys so much.
Sigma boy. What the hell?
What the hell are you on?
What the hell are you on, say?
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and also our TikTok is down below. And if you have any topics you want us to talk about, please let us know in the comments down below. We love you guys so much. It's getting very loud, so I'm gonna be screaming right now. Perfect timing. We're ending it, and we will do a part 2 on this with Siri and Safa. So yeah, love you guys so much. Oh, 1 second. Also, next week we're not posting because womp. We gotta focus on our studies for a bit, and we will come back the week after. So love you guys so much. Bye.